I don't know if it's needed. Also, I don't know what book. Chaitanya. What book? Who hears? Who wants to hear? Oh, what? This is no compromise. Jai Govinda, Jai Govinda, Jai. Is it necessary to light here in the middle? No, I don't. We don't need. This outer light is for those who fall asleep. If it's dark, then Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, and Srila Prabhupada Parishamrita. We hear some question and answers. Answers given by Srila Prabhupada. Should the Vedanta be studied? Oh, full house today. Srila Prabhupada says, it is the duty to discuss the Vedic scriptures. One should not read the commentary of Sri Shankara. Real well-being will come of if the Vedanta is studied with the help of Sri or Govinda commentary. Srimad Bhagavatam is the master. Out of the impact of his holy company, devotional service is only to be sheltered. This judicious consideration will come. Demonism, elevationism, salvationism, mystic exercise, all will appear to be trifling. Momentary, trifling. Only good comes out of the shelter of Krishna. If I take shelter of the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, it does not matter whether I go for learning or I have strength or not. The devotee of the Godhead appear in this world for the benefit of mankind. They have no duty in this world. They have no necessity of coming to this world. Their only function and duty is to change the proclivity of a world's jivas, make them born to Krishna. The company of such pure devotees is really auspicious. But how will we recognize a sadhu? Sadhu means saint, real saint. We very often want to measure this sadhu. This is, even materialists try to put him in his small capacity of understanding. That will be not possible fruit if he cannot understand. Failing to understand the service-born activities of sadhu, we reject him as if I am his examiner. Am I examining a saint with a machine? By giving up false ego, one should approach the sadhu with due humility and yearning. If his company is cultivated in a surrendering mood, he may be known by means of his very mercy. A saint can hardly be recognized by any other means. If Harikatha is heard without any duplicity from a sadhu, all our difficulties are removed and we become strengthened in heart to a considerable extent. Sri Krishna says in Gita, Dad vidi pranipatina pariprasnena sevaya upadekshantiti jnanam yamivash jatvatashi. This means if a self-realized sadhu is approached with unconditional surrender, it's a very hard thing. It sounds, but in reality we have not much realization of what it means, unconditional surrender. But anyway, we are hearing like this. This is another topic. Honest inquiry and serving temper. Honest inquiry. So not just, many years I'm just hearing question. We had some devotees always want to know, asking the same question. They want to just that I confirm their opinion, what is right and what is wrong. They want to tell the sadhu, or they want to tell the devotee what is right and wrong, and then the devotee should punish the wrong one. So this is not honest inquiry and serving temper. Then he imparts sermons to such aspiring, surrendered, good souls. So only with this qualities, with this sincere desire, unconditional surrender. I surrender if you give me this, if you are. This we had also. In the very beginning when we started, Gurudev came, one wants to get initiated. He was about, I don't know, 30, 35. He said, I want to initiate it. And he always again asked, but I told you, you are smoking ganja. This is not, we are not doing these things. But he said, if I get initiation, then I will stop. So he put the condition. I told Guru Maharaj he wants to get initiated, but he knows, of course, what is the condition, you know. Then he got initiated. I forgot his name. It means it was a short period. Because after a month I asked him, or they told me actually that he is still smoking. Then after a few weeks later, I kept lying. I could not find him anymore. He did not come. Honest inquiry. Honest inquiry means not just to satisfy my desire of my inquisitiveness and the serving temper. We have to approach not to become the master of the sadhu. We have to approach him in a service, the service temper. How can I, what can I do? This is the basis if you want to understand really. But these are quite high obstacles. Yes, we think, of course we think we have all these qualities, but we do not have. How can you, when you are coming from the material world? The unconditional surrender, honest inquiry and serving them is just the opposite. You're running in this material world. I want to be master. They come up with the question, I know already, you have to confirm. Then he imparts sermons to such aspiring, surrendered God, good souls. So only with this attitude we can receive real knowledge. Otherwise it will be not sincere. We will not accept any opinion outside of how much I can understand, how I think it is working, what is right and what is wrong. Pranipad means unconditional surrender. I'm surrendering with, I don't want anything in return. Not for any material cause. Pariprasna means honest inquiry. Seva Bhakti means serving temper. With this one is to approach a sadhu. Only then our welfare will come. We will be gratified by earning spiritual knowledge. And this is the great missing point in this age of Kali now. We can learn, we can read, we can study all these books. But the spiritual understanding we cannot learn like this, by reading. For this we need a living source. Life comes from life. And consciousness or conscious is coming from consciousness. So if you're only conscious of your body, of this material world, what spiritual, you are not qualified. Nobody is allowed to go, to enter the transcendental plane. If we not have a guide who is open the doors, who tells us what is spiritual. Nowadays they think even, the mind is spiritual. If I can check with the mind or understand, then I think this is spiritual. No, it's had nothing to do with spiritual, according to the Vedic scriptures, according to the teachings of Mahaprabhu. So who is a materialist? One who collects matter for one's self-satisfaction, and one who treats matter as instrument or ingredient for one's enjoyment is a materialist. So we are taught only this in this material world. Wherever you look, wherever you hear, whatever you read, it is just focused. It is for self-satisfaction. I must happy. Everywhere you see, you pay this, you buy this, then you will be happy. It is only for self-satisfaction. This is a materialist. Those who are absorbed in this kind of understanding, they will never understand what is beyond spiritual, what is beyond this material illusion. So, who treats matter as an instrument or ingredient for one's enjoyment is a materialist. But one who collects matter for the divine service of the Lord is not a materialist. He is a devotee, servant of the Lord. An enjoyer or a devotee cannot be recognized by their activities. It can be understood by the very motive. So one who eats for one's own sense gratification is an enjoyer. But one who protects one's body for the divine service of the Lord and eats for that reason is a devotee. A devotee is neither enjoyer nor a renunciant. A devotee is the servant of the Lord. A devotee engages money, matter, and all material substances in the service of the Supreme Lord. Very nice described, if you want to understand. Really. Is there any question on this topic? No, it's just a question of our purity, of our sincerity, you know. If a millionaire gives you, or a billionaire, gives you 50 euro donation for God, for doing seva. And a man or family who is struggling with getting enough, gives also 50 euro. Is this the same? It's not the same. You have to understand how it works. This is not devotion. This is just we give something that, yes, we're doing some service. So one who gives his whole life, his whole existence for the service of the Lord. Whatever he may get, it will be used in the service of the Lord. He is real devotee. This we have to understand. We have a few devotees here, like Govinda. She surrendered so much to Krishna. Still, so the Lord sees these things, and she will get success he will attain goal. Question was not coming. Doing right. Huh? I can go a little more in deep. They need to start searching. No. Is Nam Sankirtan the chief devotional service? So Nam Sankirtan, is this the most important thing or the chief of a devotional service? According to the conclusion of Srimad Mahaprabhu and the Goswamis, the Nam Sankirtan is the principal bhajan. Bhajan means the process or meditation. God, Supreme Lord. It is not, it is service. To do Harinam Bhajan does not mean that what he's doing is only chanting. And I'm working so hard. It is Nam Bhajan may be more important. But nobody has done Nam Bhajan here. Nam Bhajan means that you're just for the pleasing the Lord, you're chanting. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama Ram, Hare Hare. Just for pleasing the Lord. That means there is no space in our between the ears that we can wander to the universe with our mind. This is not service. This is not bhajan. This is not chanting. This is another topic. The very Krishna Nam Sankirtan is the greatest amongst all the limbs of devotion. Hearing, remembering, etc. are subservient to Sri Nam Sankirtan. Without the mercy of Sri Nam, blooming of pastimes does not take place. Remembering, etc. efforts are merely material fame, leaving aside Sri Kirtan separately. Remembering, etc. efforts are merely material fame, leaving aside Sri Kirtan separately. Rhyming Kirtan imagined or composed by man is not Sri Nam Kirtan. Is a Kirtan of offense to Nam. It is not the gratification of the senses of Krishna or not bhajan. It is not the gratification of the senses of Krishna or not bhajan. It is gratification of one's own sense enjoyment or an offense in the name of devotional service. This is nowadays very prominent, this kind of imitating, we call it. It is even offensive. In the name of the Lord, trying to enjoy ourselves, our senses, clarifying. The Nam Sankirtan, as of its use out of the holy lips of Sri Chaitanya, is the real devotional service. It is capable of generating loving property, and it is described as the best limb by saintly persons. That self-manifested nectar of Nam appears in one sense organ and inundates all the sense organs with the mellows of sweetness. The Supreme Lord Sri Gaurasundar has chanted this very conclusion. Vajanera Matya Sheshtanava Vidha Bhakti Krishna Prema Krishna Titirare Mahashakti Dharamadhyaye Sarvashrestha Nam Sankirtan Niraparada Nama Laila Bhaya Prema Dama. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, they say this shloka. 9 canons of devotion are the best in bhajan. It assumes supreme power to distribute Krishna love. Krishna Nam Sankirtan is the highest amongst them. If Nam is taken offensively, then loving wealth is available. Everything is possible. If we do service to Krishna and Krishna is satisfied, all desires may be fulfilled, all may be manifest. If everything is done for the Lord, this is a secret, and this is hidden to materialists. They are getting only temporary enjoyment, temporary so-called happiness. But if you want to get the ocean of, enter the ocean of ecstasy, divine love, then we have to accept the teachings of Mahaprabhu or the Veda and the great sadhus and acharyas. Anything to add? Yeah. Yes, but our remembering will not work on the transcendental plane when we are not chanting properly, when we make offenses in the chanting of the name and hearing the name. We will not be able to smaran, to remember the Lord. We may remember, some imagination. But if you enter you are not allowed to enter into smaran, into meditation means that that you can enter the transcendental plane in if you attain this perfection in chanting without offense. And hearing and chanting is same. Then remembering will manifest not by your will. It will come to you. It will enter your heart, it will enter, and you will be transformed. You enter the transcendental plane. and you will forget everything. Whatever is important in this world where we are in. This is not, it's temporary, dreaming world. Because we can enter the transcendental world means eternal world. There is no past, or there is no beginning or no end. Simple, theoretically. But there's a lot we have to pass, a lot of tests we have to go through. And some can go this far and then they stop and they have to experience something what we think that we have missed. Because maybe this is, without enjoying these things, I cannot go. But that's because we are forced to come again and again to this world, because we are not allowed to enter the transcendental plane. It is not in our power. If this would be the case, then it would create a great disturbance, and it would become the material world. And this is what we want, actually. We want eternal happiness and enjoyment and real love and all these things what we desire. But we want it for our enjoyment. We do not think that we are just tiny, insignificant parts of the original. And we are meant for satisfying Him. And if we surrender, if we are see the necessity, I cannot survive in this world. I cannot, it is not the place where I can find what I'm looking for. This happiness I'm running the whole life, not only one life, thousands and thousands of lives perhaps. I cannot find it here. Then you are ready for surrender. Then you say, please, it's not in my power. I do not know. I do not know anything. You please accept me. You help me. This mood has to come. Otherwise, I may go also and say these words before in a prayer. But as soon as you if you give me initiation, then I stop smoking. If you give me or make me happy, then I will surrender. But we are cheaters. And of course, who the Lord knows. He knows where we are standing. We are all cheaters in this world. We want to enjoy and may cost whatever it costs, It is not easy. We tried very hard to become the God here in this world. Now we want to go back. We see that it is not successful. We want to go back home, where we are coming. But you have so much time spent to try to avoid God or to avoid the source of everything. You want to create your own kingdom. You want to be God there. I am the enjoyer. I am the controller. I am the doer. I say what will happen. It takes time until we understand we have no control. This illusion is very strong. But how can we learn? By experience. So now you see, this world is in chaos. From my side, how I see it. Who wants to live here? But still they make advertisement. You enjoy, you go to Ibiza, or you go to, I don't know where they go, Thailand, you can enjoy there. It's not, you can try. We can try all, but it will not work. Getting older and older, disease comes. We cannot avoid that. So what you're doing? This is reality, but nobody accepts this. When we take birth, the one thing is sure that you will get diseased, you cannot avoid. You will get old. I am the proof, some of us. And you will die. It has always happened like this. And it's always the same. But now they make different laws. Maybe we can avoid this. We can optimize everything. But what is this, what they are doing? They are just interested in their own interest, for their exploiting. So if you want to have at least life in this world that is somehow tolerable, then you have to live in the mode of goodness. Means you should not kill others for your eating, or you should behave very truthful. You should try to understand why we are here, where we are going, who I am. And you should become a good man, truthful person, and follow the rules of material nature in harmony. But nowadays it's just the opposite. Whatever they touch, they destroy. They make it worse and worse. They are, how is it, gear? They are greed, yes. They are so greedy for their own enjoyment, for their personal, that they don't care for anything what happens around them. They think, I must get everything. I must get everything under my control, and the others are my slaves. I can do with them as I like. This is nowadays Kali Yuga. It is the most terrible age. And we are not very intelligent in this Kali Yuga. That's because we are just tolerating. We are not thinking what happened here. And we also not able to, our intellect is not very developed. We just want to eat and enjoy. No, this is poison. They cannot accept the truth. No, that you have to die. This is in India something, at least where I was living in India, not in the cities now, but in the holy places, I was mostly staying there. Their death is not something special. They wander with 2 sticks with a cloth, and they put the dead body there, put some flowers on, and they carry it to the streets, to the temples, and in Vrindavan and in Mayapur. This happened like this. And they bring you to the place where they will burn you. There are many people standing and looking when they get burned. The dead bodies get burned. You never think so far. Not to me. It will not happen. So you're running for the whole life for your enjoyment, and then you end like this. And everybody ends like this. Why we are not thinking clear? It's very simple. We make it very complicated. I don't know if it's planned like this, Now they want to change the language, and to change, even if you say the wrong word, they will complain. They will go to police and tell, he said this, like he said nigger, to the black man. This is forbidden now. But when we, in our generation, young, this was not a bad word. I felt always attracted to dark people. From the beginning, I want to be Indian. As a child, I was always deciding to go. But nowadays, they engage your mind in such nonsense, completely mad. And their sense, they miss their sense. Hey, who are you? Where you're coming from? Where you're going? What you're doing here in this? They engage your mind so that you cannot think clear. And all kind of nonsense. Sorry if this can, it will be, but fortunately it will only hear something, those who are a little familiar with the Vedic knowledge. Tolerance, humility, and respecting all others. It is not important how I call them, what name. And not expecting the respect for myself. This is the very important rules. One can go forward to understand. Jai Srila Prabhupada, Param Gurudev, Nityalila Bhavistam, Vishnupad, Paramahamsa Acharya, Stoda Sasi, Srimad Bhakti, Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Gurudev, Nityalila Bhavistam, Vishnupad, Paramahamsa Acharya, Stoda Sasi, Srimad Bhakti, Siddhanta Bhakti Vaibhav Puri Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Nitai Gaura Premanandi.